the Philips Stadion, the home of PSV Eindhoven. We are in Club 4 of our Campus to Champion series, and this is the stadium, PSV Stadium in Eindhoven, or as is known, the Philips Stadion. We've got a 360 view of the ground, and one thing we've been very fortunate about is that we've been very fortunate with the teams and the stadiums we've had whilst we've been in charge. Obviously, Swansea Uni was just a pile of grass, but still had seats. We still had a stadium. We then went to Glentoran, the Oval, which again was a very cool stadium. Then we went to the Friend Arena. That was, 50,000 stadium when we were AIK in Sweden. And actually, this stadium has got less seats than the Friend Arena in Sweden. But look around you. Look at this stadium. And this is the new home of Super Swan. This is my new home. This is where we are. And this is the Philips Stadion in Eindhoven. So without further ado, let's get Club 4 underway. It's PSV Eindhoven in Holland. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. I welcome to Club 4 Episode 1 of the FM20 Campus to Champions. We are at a brand new club. We are at Club 4, PSV Eindhoven, and this is the biggest club of our career so far. If this is the first episode you are watching of this save, we started at Club 1 in Swansea University, we moved on to Northern Ireland with Glentoran, we then moved to Sweden with AIK, and here we are, Club 4, PSV Eindhoven. We've started from a patch of grass at Swansea Uni, and now we are at one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can bring success to the team from the Netherlands. So this is a slightly different recording setup than I'm used to. So if it looks a bit different, I've got the mic in front of me and the camera's there, I've moved things about. So let me know how you think this is. Did you notice anything different from the previous recording session? You let me know. You carry on there. So we are at the start of the season with PSV. So if I go to schedule, we have actually played one game in the Eredivise, which I'm probably mispronouncing, which is a 1-1 draw against Pek Zwolle. I got to try and get my pronunciations of Netherlands teams correct now, with Buchenhoren grabbing the goal for us. But it is a brand new season, so we might as well do a start of season review. And seeing as we did come in partway through the sort of summer transfer window, I've decided to stick with the side that I've got, and I've only decided to bring one player into the club. And if I show you the transfer history, that man's name is Glenn Green. We've brought him with us. We had him at Glentoran, we had him at AIK, and we've brought him into PSV, and Glenn Green is now with us at PSV Eindhoven. We've loaned him back to AIK, so we've said to AIK, look, you can have him for the rest of the Swedish season, as we did leave them partway through the year, because Sweden runs from March to November. It's not the same as other European leagues. Well, obviously with PSV, we're in August now, so we've just started our season. So we've loaned Glenn Green back to AIK for the rest of their season, so we'll be seeing him in January time, where we can have a mid-season impact from Glenn Green. And even for PSV, he's a 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential for PSV. So that just shows how much of a good player Glenn Green is in this game. We've unearthed a gem of a player whilst we were at Glentoran, but he's not going to be with us for now, but he's the only player I have brought in. We're going to be sticking with the squad that we had previously. Apart from the outs, a lot of these outs happened before we even came into the club, so I would say everything from there, all of these were done before we even came into the club. So we're going to ignore all them, and we're going to jump straight to here. So obviously we loaned Glenn Green back to AIK. We sold a few of our youngsters, but the big one is Timothy Fosu-Mensah. We sold him to Spal for 7.25 mil. He didn't want to be here. Once the bid came in, he wanted to leave the club. So I decided, you know what? Leave. You can have him. So A lot of the squad we've already got to deal with here. We met some of them in the last episode of the AIK mini-series. So as I say, if you want to see the whole squad and see what everyone's about, the last episode of AIK will keep you in the loop as far as that goes. So we're going to start off with our European Champions League best place qualifying rounds. We got knocked out the Champions League with AIK, but we get a second chance with PSV, and we're going up against Viktoria Pizen. Where are they based? They're based in the Synot Liga in Czech Republic. So we got one leg against them, we got the away leg, and we'll play the home leg. If we smash them, we'll pay Telstar in the Eredivise, but we'll at least play the first leg, and we'll come back for the second leg as well in this episode. So 6 minutes in, we best get a crack on. So our first ever team we're putting out for PSV is as follows. We've got Zout in goal, Leeson, Van Drongelen, Van der Hoorn and Zeefuik at the back, Van Putten and Hendricks in the middle, with Azarkan, Eckenklamp and Duan on the right, and Langeveld is going to start up front. Bit of a rotated team, if I'm honest, because I didn't want to put all of our best players, as they did play in the Eredivise game. So we are slightly rotating, and we are going with the same tactic we had at AIK, which, if this is the first time you're watching, it's a gegenpress system. We're going to try and dominate possession, get the ball, move it about as quick as we can, and get it up to the strikers. So we're going to submit the side, and we're going to be learning the team together. So a lot of these players I've never heard of, a lot of them are new gen players anyway, but we're going to be sort of keeping an eye and learning about the squad together. So Viktoria Pizen from Czech Republic, our first team talk in charge. I'm going to say, go up there, pull up an upset. Apparently we're the underdogs in this game, which is a bit surprising for PSV. So we're going to end the team talk. We're going to kick off the match, and we're going to get things underway. It's our first game of PSV career, well, we're in charge, against Viktoria Pizen in the Champions League. Free kick for Hendricks, 12 minutes in, into the box. PSV playing in the black tops, orange shorts, and Viktoria are playing in the blue top with red stripes. Zeefuik's going to pick this up, plays it into Hendricks, lovely short pass in here. Duan on the right-hand side, cuts inside, tries to find Azarkan, does find him in the end, and we've got a few players out there. Leeson from left back, works his way in the box, crosses it in there, and there's a shot! Over the bar. First chance of the game. 73 minutes. No, 73 minutes? Why did I say 73 minutes? It's 26 minutes. But Van der Hoorn's on the ball. A player I'm very familiar with, Van der Hoorn, from our Swansea City days. As Zeefuik plays it into Duan. Tries to cross it, but loses the ball. And Holland's going to have a chance to counter-attack here for Viktoria. He's got a lot of room. He's made his way into the box. A lot of room here. It's a headed back. And it's a shot past the post. First chance for Viktoria. Coming up to half-time, still 0-0, but looking at those stats, we've had 12 shots, 7 on target. We're losing the possession battle, but I would like us to get an away goal if we can out in the Czech Republic. So I'm going to give them the... I'm going to say, I'm pleased with things are going, keep it up. I'm not going to, first team talk, give them a bit of a hammering. We're going to start the second half, still 0-0. But there's an easy way for us to get a goal in this game, as we are having the majority of the shots, as it is Viktoria on the ball. And Sturmer passes it back. It's the home side on the ball. Rodasta to Lamira. Like I say, I'm still getting used to these PSV players, so I'm trying to work out who's good, who isn't, who I should be starting, who I shouldn't be. So we're going to learn these names together and work out our sort of start 11 as we go on. So Azarkan on the ball. Oh, it's a foul, but Leeson picks it up. The ref's give an advantage as he comes inside. Long highlight here just after the second half kicked off. It's a free shot, but Duan puts it over the bar. Come on, there's a goal in this for PSV. I can smell it. As we are still on the ball here. 48 minutes. Azarkan in the box. Can he cross it to find someone? He gives it to Leeson from left back. It's cleared away by Van Putten, and we have to recycle the move, and we've lost the ball. And Viktoria now, they've only had 2 shots all game, 0 on target. Holub's in the box, but it's an easy save for Zoat. 60 minutes in, and I think it's time to make some subs. Ritsu Duani, our inside forward, he's not having a good game out there. So I think what we'll do, we'll move Azakan onto the right-hand side, and we'll bring on Mohamed Hadji to be the left-hand sided player. Langeveld's on a buck-in, so we'll bring on Buchenhoren, our number one striker, to come off the bench. But other than that, Hendricks is also on a 6.3. I think I'm going to bring him off. We're going to do all three of our subs, or we'll bring Yuri Riga on for him. So triple substitution. We're going to go attacking. We're going to hopefully find a goal. 68 minutes. And like I say, Victoria have only had one shot on target for game. We've had two clear-cut chances. And looking at the highlights, it's been mostly us. So I really can sense a goal. And I can tell from the tactics behind my head that they're playing very cautious. So they know as well that's all us. As Layson from left-back's had a lot of the ball in this game. He's done very well. But he does, as I say that, he loses the ball. But we're back on the attack as Ekelenkamp tries to find a ball but cleared away. Riga also has just come on. Hadji, lovely short ball to Buchenhoren. He hits the side netting. Oh, come on, boys, find the goal. 87 minutes, coming up to full time. I'm very surprised we haven't found a goal. It's off the line. We just cannot find a goal. 23 shots, 10 on target, 2 clear-cut chances. It's been all PSV away from home. We just have not been able to hit the back of the net as Hadji loses the ball in the box, but he will get it back. Can he cross it to Azakan? He does. To Buchenhoren. Saved by Markovic. I want to say I'm disappointed, but we are away from home. So it's not the end of the world, right? Okay, we've drawn the first leg 0-0. Okay, we dominated the game. But we've still got the home leg to go, okay? So I'm going to say it just wasn't our night. It just was not our night. We had so many shots, we just couldn't get it in the back of the net. And it's, that's one leg. It's only half time. So we still do have the chance to qualify for the next round of the Champions League. PSV Eindhoven missed chance to win, but as I mentioned, there is a second leg to come. So what we'll do is we'll skip over the Telstar game and we will come back for the Champions League second leg. We are ready for the second leg against Viktoria Pizen, and we did win our game in between against Telstar in the Eredivise. Ritsu Duan in the 87th minute. It was very similar to the Victoria game we just played, where we dominated the game and only took an 87th minute goal to win it. So we are dominating. We had 32 shots against Telstar. We just couldn't get the ball in the net apart from the 87th minute. But for the second leg, we are throwing out the big guns. So we've got Zoet in goal, Layson, Van Droglen, Van der Hoorn and Dumfries at right back, Regia and Hendricks in the middle, Hadji, Janssen and Azakan on the right-hand side, and Buchenhoren starts up front. I am confident we can get a win against Victoria, just for the pure fact that if we drew 0-0 away from home and we were all over them, I am pretty sure we can win this game, especially if we play like we did against Telstar. So I'm going to say, we should be winning this one comfortably. Tell them I have faith in them to make the difference as well, because, give them a bit of a pep talk. So it's the second leg, 0-0 from the first, but we are at the Philips Stadion, as we showed in the opening. Can we reach the Champions League playoffs? Corner from Janssen, 22 minutes in. It's a foul in the box. That's going to be a penalty. And Hjalmar Janssen is going to take this for us to put us 1-0 up in the tie, 1-0 up on the night. Hjalmar Janssen puts it in the goal. It is 1-0 to PSV and Hjalmar Janssen, the first goal of our on-camera PSV career. And it is from the spot as we take the lead in the Champions League third qualifying round. 1-0 up. Throw in from Layson, 30 minutes in. Janssen the goal scorer. Cleared away, but Regia plays it into Hadji. He's got players ahead of him. Buchenhoren's there. It's 2-0 to PSV. Was that a Rabona? Was that something very clever by Hadji? We're going to have to review this back together. So it's cleared away. So then Regia plays it in. He does as well. Hadji just did a Rabona. I think it's a Rabona where you put your leg over the other side. 2-0 up. Hadji's just showing off. 35 minutes. We start from a throw-in. Hendricks is going to play it long. I would imagine he is. No, he's going inside to Regia. To Dumfries on the right-hand side. Crosses it in for Buchenhoren. Blocked. But Regia shoots. Blocked again. And this is what should have happened in the first leg. We were all over them. We just couldn't get the ball in the net. And it's very similar. We played Telstar, which is the game we didn't show on camera. But it's good to see that we're 2-0 up already. And I'm really hungry for some goals. I've gone attacking. I want us to get 3 or 4 goals just to show what type of side we are, that we deserve to be in the Champions League, as Maran Azarkan has put us 3-0 up. It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. But this does show very good news for us, because I'm quite curious to see what good of a side we are, because I haven't made any signings, only because I wanted to give the squad a chance, and for me to work out myself where the gaps are, but no gaps at the moment, 3-0 up. Coming up to half-time, we've done the damage, it's 3-0 to PSV. Janssen from the spot, Buchenhoren and Azarkan. Buchenhoren? We've got to settle on a name for this. Buchenhoren. It's Buchenhoren, right? That's the name. He's been christened. Buchenhoren is his name. And I'm going to tell the team I'm very pleased with the performance. Keep it up. 3-0 up. On the way to the next round. 48 minutes just after the second half's kicked off. And it's 4-0 to PSV. Mohamed Hadji's got the goal. He's getting in on the goals. Our whole front line, I think, have got at least 1 goal altogether. And we are now 4-0 up against Viktoria Pizen. Hadji with a header. Top corner. Top class. 4-0 up. 70 minutes. I think we can rest some of the big guns now that they've done the damage. So who we're going to bring off here? I think Azarkan we can bring off. We'll bring Ritsu Duan, the goal scorer, against Telstar for him. Vleeson's looking tired. He's played a lot of games as well. So we'll bring on Zifuk to play on the left-hand side. That's the only change we're going to make for now. As for the last 20 minutes, we can enjoy ourselves as we will be reaching the next round. Coming up to full time, 4-0 up on the night. 4-0 aggregate victory. We should have scored some goals out in Czech Republic, to be honest, but we got the win. I'm going to say it was a good win, well done. And we have a very good side on our hands here, and a team that hopefully we can take to the group stages. So we do win in the second leg. The manager even says they didn't deserve anything. We will be playing Genk in the playoff. So we will be at least playing Europa League football this season, as we will be playing Genk in the playoff. But if we beat Genk, we will be in the Champions League group stages. For the first time in our career, we're going to be in the Champions League group stages. Superb in front of goal. Well done, Hadji. You played well. And the PSV, or the AZ Alkmaar game has been moved. So where is the Genk game? So, there we are. It's coming up soon, actually. So what we'll do, we'll come back for the second leg against Genk, and we'll be playing Ajax as well. So that's going to be a very good time to come back. Ajax, the strongest team, I would say, in the Eredivise. So it'll be good to see how we stack up against them. And if we're going to be challenging for the league title, or we're going to be in the sort of below the top of the league. So those are going to be the 2 games we're going to come back for. Genk and Ajax. And I will leave you with the competitions. So Champions League, we are going up against Genk. And if we'll come back for the second leg, we'll also for Ajax in the Eredivise. So first episode done. We have a very good side on our hands. How far can we go? But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2020 content. We will be uploading Campus to Champions every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time, as we will be hopefully qualifying for the Champions League group stages, and hopefully getting one over on our closest league rivals, Ajax. Thank you very much for watching.